my darlings, how are we all? So I thought I would just check in with everyone and do kind of like a reflective self-care vlog after January, see where everybody's at and just give you an update on what I've been doing for self-care. Now, I'm not going to lie, January had a few bumps in the road over here at the McShane household. I've had some lovely time like meeting up with friends and making sure that we're doing friend dates every month this year with my group of friends, which is lovely, and we had such a nice time just going on a walk. It didn't cost anything, we got to spend quality time together, even if it was just a couple of hours. But we've made sure to schedule that every month because otherwise we don't see each other. So that was such a really good idea that we all decided to do this year. I have been reading, so I'm going to share with you some of the books that I've read so far. I'll get to that in a moment. And then I've also been, and you might think I am super sad, but I have been puzzling. I love me a jigsaw, and I've upped my jigsaw game in January this year. I bought a jigsaw case, and then I now have a couple of extra jigsaws. I love the Gish, I think that's how you pronounce it. So basically, it shows you a picture of the puzzle on the box, but you don't puzzle what you see. You either puzzle, I don't know what's next in the scene or what someone in the scene sees themselves. So you don't know what the picture is, you're just kind of going in there blind. Or there's been ones that I've done where it's like, this is the picture of the now, what was the past, or vice versa. Let me get one, I'll show you. So this is the Mystery Puzzle 23. You can pick these up at Argos, and they tend to have them on a 2 for £15 offer on Argos. So as you can see, this is a nice little puppy parlour here, but you don't puzzle what you see, you use your imagination and puzzle what happens next. So my guess is that one of these dogs is going to go crazy and there's going to be stuff flying all over the place. The only thing that's good with these ones is you tend to know what the outline's going to be because it's the same picture, but then these ones where you do the puzzle so say like what this person's seeing, so you don't know what's the other way. It could be completely different colours, and they're quite good, like they're good puzzlers. So that is where I'm at with doing some things just for myself. And then I've also been trying to really focus on my supplements this month, and I'm going to tell you, I am not educated in supplements whatsoever. I know nothing about a lot of these supplements. I am just trying what's been recommended. I am not going to tell fibs. I have been sucked in on TikTok by some of these sellers, and then I think, is this the right thing for me? I don't know. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I've got, and then if you are educated in this field, you can tell me whether that is a waste of my time or whether there's something else that I need. So my goals really are good skin, weight loss, and basically overall general health and fitness. Bones need to be in good condition, hair and nail growth, just your general overview, anti-aging, take me back a decade. So I've been taking collagen, but I've just had the last gummy this morning, I realised, and I've not ordered another one, which I need to get ordering. And then what else I've been taking, so the ones I got drew into on TikTok are these Nutrition Geek ones, which if you're on TikTok, you've probably seen them all over there, and I was just like, I'll buy them, stop telling me to buy them. So I did want some magnesium. There's a girl in America I follow, and she has a collagen and magnesium hot chocolate every night, but I can't find anything like that in the UK anywhere. So I don't know whether it's something we just don't do over here, or if anyone can recommend me anything like that, that would be brilliant. But yeah, magnesium glycinate 3-in-1. So I take 2 of them every night, and then the vitamin D3 and K2 I've been taking with them at night. And then during the day, I have been taking L-tyrosine. Now I have been taking this for a while because I was reading up on medication for ADHD for Penelope, just natural supplements that might help her as a child. And magnesium was one of them. And then L-theanine, I don't know if I'm saying that right, is good. And L-tyrosine is good for it. So I've been taking this, and this really helped my concentration levels in the afternoons. It made me feel a little bit more alert. Now I've been taking it for a while, I'm seeing that sort of wane a little bit, so I don't know if I need to up my intake of that, or whether it is kind of one of them things that just works for a bit and doesn't, but I've still been taking it, and I did really see some benefits of L-tyrosine. And then I've also got this L-glutamine. Now, I'll be honest, this is supposed to support essential processes within the body. I don't know what specific essential processes. I'm thinking it's to do with like gut nutrition, but I follow someone on YouTube who's been using this, and they said it was the best thing ever, that it's really helped them with their overall general health. So I wanted to give that a try. And to be fair, on the whole, despite all my issues that I have in terms of joint and mobility and things like that, that all came from a car accident. My general overall health is very, very good. Touch wood. I don't tend to get like coughs and colds very often. It's normally when the kids bring it in the house and they cough directly in my mouth that I catch it. But touch wood, Kieran's been ill for 3 weeks now, and I'm fine. The only thing I normally suffer with is headaches, but I think that's because I have really bad insomnia and I struggle to sleep, which I've been told is part of my ADHD. So obviously my body is very tired. That's why I'm taking magnesium, because it's supposed to help with sleep. I've not been taking it long enough to notice a difference yet, and I'm very intermittent. I do forget to take these things. So I have this now. I found this upstairs when I was clearing out some of Kieran's things, and he's not using it, so it's now mine. Finders keepers. I've been taking some vitamin B12. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really notice a difference that much with these, but I have had the shots before and they do make a difference. So if you can afford to get the shots done, the injections, I would recommend that. It's definitely something that I've found beneficial in the past. And then obviously joint problems over here, cod liver oil, bit of basics going back there. And then I have had turmeric because that helps with inflammation, but I ran out, so I need to buy some more of that. Creatine. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't understand creatine. Kieran told me I need to get on creatine, and a girl at work said you don't just take it before and after a workout, you need to like bulk it. I don't know how it, so you need to take it every day, not just when you're exercising, but you take more when you're exercising. So I've been taking that. That's just my vitamins one. Most of these have been bought either off Amazon or Holland & Barrett, or like this one's Asda, I think. Yeah, so I'm not advertising any of these. Oh no, that one was Asda. But you know, they're all from all over. I'm not trying to plug anything here. I've got ashwagandha again. This is supposed to relax you. So I'm hoping that somewhere along the lines I can get a good night's sleep and stay asleep and feel refreshed and feel healthy. That is my goal, because I know that I have like a healthy body as such, but I just don't feel it. I feel so lethargic, but that is probably to do with dealing with pain as well, because I can't sleep because of the pain. I think my ultimate goal is probably just a good night's sleep. But if anyone can recommend anything, that would be amazing. And one of the things I've been doing for my well-being is reading. I do love to read, whether you think that that is geeky or not, but I love a good book. The first book that I have read this year is The Housemaid. Now, I made a mistake in reading The Housemaid's Secret last year. I didn't realise it was a trilogy. So I read the second one. You can read the second one without reading the first one. It makes perfect sense. You don't need to have read the first one, but it kind of gives away the first one if you've read the second one. So I've read the first one, and luckily it was a while ago I read it, so I didn't really remember specifics. But oh my God, it's such a good book. It's a thriller. I lent it to a girl at work and she's just started it and she said, oh my God, it's so good. A few twists and turns in there. It's kind of like a bit of a, it's not like a whodunit. It's about a girl who has recently left prison. She's trying to get a job, and then this job working for a rich family for a housemaid comes up. She doesn't think she's going to get it, but she does. You know, like when they do the background checks and things, and then she starts to find weird things out about the wife, and just where, I won't tell you anymore like where it leads. I don't read blurbs on books. I know that might be really random. I like to just get the book and read it and not know what's going to be coming up in there, what kind of book it is. Sometimes that's to my own detriment, but most of the time I've really enjoyed the books that I've had. So any of the books that I'll tell you whether I loved it or not. So yeah, The Housemaid I really enjoyed. The Housemaid's Secret I really enjoyed last year, and then I'm gonna get the third one. A girl at work has it at the moment. She's reading it. She's gonna lend it to me. We've got our own little book club going on at work. I love it. It's so fun. But yeah, just sitting there reading. I think it took me like 2 or 3 evenings to read it, which is fast for me. And then the next book that I read, I fell in love with this book. Now, I don't know if you've read it, you might think, why did you fall in love with it? I bought this book early last year and it's been sitting on my stack of books, me thinking, looks a bit boring. I don't know whether I'll be able to get into it. And I'd seen it a couple of times on Book Talk, and like I said, I don't listen to what it's about. I didn't read what it was about on the back, so I had no idea. And I thought it's clearly going to be some kind of romancy book. And then I was thinking, is it going to take me a while to get into it? It's nearly 500 pages. I was hooked on the first page. I fell in love with Naomi, the main character. She's a runaway bride who has come to town to help her bad twin sister. And then it's just how her story plays out when she meets all the local residents and things like that. But she is just such a funny character. Straight from the first page, I was like, oh, I quite like this character. So this was a winner for me. I absolutely loved it. I could not get enough. It took me 2 evenings to read it. I couldn't put it down. It was one of them where I was like, I'm gonna get up early and start reading this in the morning. I was like, I want to know what happens next. There is quite a bit of drama in it. Like it's definitely like a rom-com style one, but it does get a little bit drama and you're thinking it's a little bit far-fetched at points, but I loved it. And I'd made a deal not to buy any more books until I finished my stack of books upstairs, and it's quite a hefty stack. Well, I broke that rule because I had to go and buy the rest of them because I loved it so much. And I love that you do need to read the blue one first because the characters feature heavily in these. So the second one, which is the pink one, so blue one's first, pink one's second, and as you can see, I'm just starting the third one, the purple one. The characters in all of these come in the first book, so you need to read the first one. You need to read the second one before you read the third one as well, because that introduces you into this one. So they are full-on follow-up stories. They're just from different people's point of view in the story. So that one's about like Naomi, this one's about a different girl in the story, and then the other one's about another girl and boy in the story. So they are really good, and they do from the male and the female perspectives. And then what I like about this one, it's also going back in time as well, like a then and now sort of thing. Yeah, I'm quite into this one. I've only just started reading it, as you can tell. I'm on to page 119 already. But I started reading this on Thursday evening, and then Kieran's been home since, so I've literally not had time to pick it up. So that was, no, it was Wednesday evening when Henry was at martial arts in the 45 minutes that we was there, and then I've not had time to pick it up since. But I absolutely love these series. The first one's the best. They're still really good stories, but I wasn't as eager to like, oh, I need to get the next bit. I still wanted to know what was going on, but I wasn't as eager as the first one. And then I like that the main character from this features in all these as well, so you get to see her story carry on throughout the book. So yeah, I've been really happy with that series. And then after I finish these books, I'm not allowed to buy any more books until I make my way through my book pile upstairs. But yes, I've been enjoying that. And then the next thing that I've been doing for well-being is I wanted to watch a good show, like a good series. And one series that I have been kind of not putting off, but Kieran's been saying, you need to watch this, you're gonna find it funny. But his selling point, and you'll probably guess what it is if you've seen it, is it's about an American guy who is an American football coach who comes to England to coach an English football team, and it's a bit funny. So there is no way I'm watching a show if you're telling me that it's about football. But he kept going on about it, And actually in this book, she joked about binging it, and I thought, why would that girly character really like that TV show? Maybe it's a good show. And then he brought it up last weekend saying, I think you'd really find it funny. So I was like, well, go on, I'll watch the trailer. And the trailer was hilarious. And if you've not guessed by now, it's Ted Lasso. The trailer was hilarious. So we started watching it, and I binge watched the first season in a couple of days. I just loved it so much. It was so funny. And we've nearly finished season 3 already. So, yeah, and there's only 3 seasons. It was absolutely hilarious. So if you need a good laugh and you want to do you know, just help the soul, that is a really good TV show. And then another one we started watching with the kids, I mean, it does have some content in there that's a little bit older, but I think it's fine for my children now at the ages that they're at, is Once Upon a Time. And we've been really enjoying watching that as a family. I've not watched it for years. I've like completely forgot everything that happened in it. But I was like, I forgot how good this show was. And it does get a bit weird as it went further along. I think that's why we stopped watching it. But I remember the first series being really good and we are really enjoying that. So that's where we're at. I don't think we've watched any movies this month really, apart from like older movies. We watched Wizard of Oz the other day because, you know, we love Wizard of Oz. I was obsessed with Wizard of Oz when I was younger, and I love that Penelope is like obsessed, and Henry are obsessed with Wicked at the moment. And we've just been doing a lot of dance rehearsals, not me, Penelope, dance rehearsals, because she's got a lot of competitions and shows coming up. So that's pretty much been our life in January. I feel like I've overloaded you there on information. You've got to see me in a little bit of action, doing some things for myself and helping my goals along the way for 2025. Let me know what you've been up to in January and what you've got planned for February, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!